CodeGreen is basically Jason Green cranking out code, is kind of where that name came from. That's a pretty good illustration of the company. We're a scrappy little marketing technology company, but our products are based on pretty fundamental needs and ideas from lenders and marketers in banks and credit unions. And what comes out of that is fairly simple ideas that turn into pretty powerful products. What we're talking about today is RateCast. This is essentially from a problem we're hearing a lot lately, especially from lenders, but also from marketing teams. And that is that banks and credit unions need loans. And when you need loans, in order to do that, you need to grow your loans by telling people about them, telling about your superior financial products. And that means you need to empower your marketing with rates, with financial information. You need to tell the world. You need to do it in a simple way, a central way, and pretty much get it out there everywhere. So that's what RateCast attempts to do. I'm going to scroll up a little bit here. Basically, right now, if you want to do that, if you want to edit rates in your website, do it live, take them out to other channels, you have to get into dozens of little tiny edits. You have to edit little HTML tables. You have to get into ugly config files. It is a slow, time-consuming, painful, error-prone process. So we're trying to save the day a little bit. What we've put together is essentially a centralized rate manager coupled with a pretty powerful and growing library of marketing tools. And then on top of that, we've put together a pretty complex little API that lets you take out all these rate products, disclosures, descriptions, and broadcast them to just about any marketing channel that you can link in. So that's the goal. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about here. In a pretty real-world solution here, this is Facebook. Here we've got a little demo credit union, demos fan page. Instead of just saying, hey, we've got a new loan sale, check it out. Instead, we're pushing the whole thing right out to the channel. So here's an interactive loan calculator. The person visiting the site can get their hands right in the knobs, roll it around. Okay, I know I've got a car loan. I'm about to, here we go. It's a pretty expensive car. Yeah, that's about my payment. And look at this. The credit union's running a 1.99 car loan sale. Brings my rate down by, monthly payment down by about $100 a month. So this whole process has just taken about 5 seconds, and I've figured out that I can save $100 a month by moving my loan to the credit union. It's suddenly a relationship sale. I tell my friends about it. I get driven right into the application page. So this is a push, essentially. Now the Facebook fan page is enabled with that live message to grow the revenues of the credit union in this case. So how did we do it? Let me take a look here. These are all the financial products. As you can see, it's a nice little tabbed interface. Very intuitive, very quick. If we go into what we were just looking at, which is vehicle loans, here's the product we were looking at, 1.99. As I roll my mouse over it, I've got a little window that appears. This is a way to get right into our APIs. The code in here is a one-line piece of tag that allows me to pretty much insert any field, description, disclosure, right into any content online in the site. As we want to go in here and edit these things, let's say, for example, I wanted to change this. I go into the edit field. I can change names, APRs, all the fields that I've affiliated with this product. We have a relationship with RateWatch. They bring in all the competitive rates. So, for example, if you want to compare your product to national averages on other auto loans at $25K in value, you pull that in there. If you want to look at state average values, you can select your state, select your product. Pretty soon this is also going to show individual hand-picked competitor data. So if you have a bank down the road that you're trying to compete with, you just show them on there, and now you're basically showing yourself head-to-head against the competition. Let's take a quick look at the marketing manager. Right now there's just a few demonstrations for you to see. Let's take a look at the Facebook calculator we were just looking at. So for something like this, we've got to control the text that's in there. We've got quite a bit of control on that. We need to control themes, colors, sizes, the slider values, what APRs, what terms, what loan values are in here, how you want to compare it for the calculation tools. All these things are basically point and click, and then you can just paste this one time when you set up your fan page. After that, it's going to be live every time you update your rate manager. To go into something as simple as, say, your rates page in your website, you can go in and choose what products you want to show. In this case, you can just drag them, change the order. If you want to, in this case, this happens to be a lending rates table. As you can see, I've selected the various lending products. You can expand them out, turn the different fields on and off, change the order. Down here, of course, you can change all the colors, fonts, everything, even the comparison data. So what does this look like when it goes out into the world? Let's take a look at a mock-up. This is Virginia Credit Union. They are actually beta testing a lot of this. They have some loan calculators and so forth. However, this is not their actual website. But here's a great example of an interactive banner ad. So typically something like this, you'd have to get the graphic designer out. You have to get a flash piece every time you change the rate. Instead, now we've got this relatively modern-looking, nice interactive tool. You could throw games in here. This could feed any kind of interaction you like. But the important thing is the actual financial calculators, the financial rates, they're all driven live by your behind-the-scenes ratecast editor. You see down below, same thing here. Little tabbed interface, all the different vehicle lending options, all driven live by that table. So let's take a look back at the editor. Go in and make a change. Go into our vehicle loans department. Change that 1.99. We're having a little sale. We got 1%, 1.25% car loans. Unlikely, but let's show how it works. Hit the save button. Go back. Refresh our home page. And there it is, 1.25, right in your banner ads, right in your little widgets, your tab widgets. As we move around, inside your articles, you can do injections like that little tag I showed you. You can fire it right into your web content, into calculators. Here's the table we did with the loan rates. If I hit update, hopefully we'll see that 1.99 go down. There it is, 1.25, an unheard of loan rate. On the deposit rates, same idea. I wanted to show you a real quick comparison example. You can do a variety of animations and bar graphs, but we can fire that compare date right into your little tables, into highlighting elements. Pretty much any place on the web, in social media, on mobile apps, on Facebook, any place where you can get an electronic channel out there, we can now feed all this specific, timely product information. Take, for example, display screens in your lobby. These things are often driven by flash, data feeds. Now you can have a nice animation that's always up to date and live. Bottom line is this is a relatively new product, but it's growing. We would love to talk to financial institutions about how to empower your marketing with rates data. We'd love to talk to other marketing technology companies, website vendors, display companies, advertisers. We really think that this can integrate in a lot of ways and just grow. So I'd love to talk to you. Please check it out at ratecast.com or come see us at the booth. Thank you very much.